tavedones, rocket launches, heard a lot of booms, a lot of what sounded like machine gun fire. And I didn't really inform my wife exactly what was going on when I knew about it. She was doing a really good job keeping the kids together, and my mother-in-law, you know, like my kids were just basically bored sitting in the mamad. Like they went in and out of the mamad, but we sort of stayed inside the house. We didn't go outside. You know, at some point we sat down and had a meal, somewhat of a meal, like in the dining room. Then went back and forth to the mamad a little bit, and then I want to say around 1 o'clock, maybe 1:30. I got another call from, I think, Yitzchak again, and he said, you know, they're going to be bringing wounded to Shuva. Can you come to the gate and help? So I went to the front of the gate with my little medical pack, and I didn't know exactly what was, you know, I wasn't given any information. We didn't know, I don't know if anyone knew what was really coming our way. Pretty quickly, we just started having, you know, like sort of wave upon wave of injured people coming to the shar, to the gate. And again, it was really is a big blur for me. I'll try to remember the details as I can. But like an ambulance would pull up, and then they'd like, call the doctor, ambulance pulling up. It would come up, you'd open it up, and then anywhere from like 1 to maybe 4 soldiers would come out with different types of injuries. Like the hardest patient that really sticks with me now, she was like a young mother with a chest wound, and she was having difficulty breathing. She was asking, where are my kids? Are my kids alive? My kids okay? And she basically lost consciousness on the way. I took her, I went in the ambulance with her, because critical patients, the doctors want to accompany the patient. So I was going to take her either to Soroka or to the Netivot. We were able to actually transfer it to a Natan ambulance in Netivot. So we got back to Shuva, and then actually after that, when I got back from that patient, I don't know what time it was already, but at that point there was a lot more airlift. So then we had like helicopters coming pretty regularly, and as soldiers would come in, we would triage in the ones that had more critical wounds. We would take into the helicopter. While this is happening, my father, who was very sick in the States, so while I was driving back from Netivot to Shuva, he called me, and that was the last conversation I had with my father before he passed away. So, you know, he saw what was going on in the news, and he was in the ICU in California. And I said, we're safe, everyone's fine. I explained that I was, you know, taking care of patients in the field. And he said, I love you. And that was the last conversation I had with my dad. And then he passed away 2 days later. The hardest thing for me in this situation was the complete lack of like order. It was just like chaos, and there was like no control. You know, it took many hours until as like a medical team, we sort of had devised a system. So if I was able to help someone do that, then I'm grateful for having that role. I mean, that's why I became a physician in the first place. You want to be able to help people, and that's like, you know, a heroic situation. Yeah, I feel like I'm maybe paying a price for it right now, and that's okay. I think we dreamt so much about making Aliyah and like coming to this, and we found like we found it. This is what we were like dreaming about for so many years, and you know, I think it still is. I think it still is. It's just that you know, our dreams and reality have to meet somewhere in the middle.